How many of you like to watch Facebook Reels and YouTube Shorts? And how many of you like to look at stuff about trees? Well, I'm with you. So I was on Facebook and I saw this reel, and I'm pretty fascinated about trees, and I really like redwoods very much. So I watched it, and I was thinking, wow, look at the size of that thing. And then the next thing I wanted to do, because I usually do that, is to read the comments. And so let's click onto the comments here. And I think by default, it's going to click onto where I commented. So I read down through some comments, and I saw this one about what is satisfying in watching the killing of a tree with so many years. So sad. Nature will fight back. It's a matter of time. And I personally believe that trees are a renewable resource. So that comment, I felt like I needed to say something about it. And I also then realized that what some of the other people were commenting, and then I looked at the reel, and you can see the reel that the tree's dead. It's been dead, and it pretty much the top of it disintegrates when it hits the ground. And I think the debris coming down was from maybe one of the other trees. So this is what I replied. Regardless if this one is dead or not, do you know that trees grow? Eventually they die. Just because the life and size of a particular tree happens to be incomprehensible to you, that doesn't mean they shouldn't be culled or harvested. And then I went on to say, go to Rotorua, New Zealand. The redwood trees there of that particular size are 125 years old. Teach yourself something. And I've got some 25 thumbs up and 4 laughs, smiley faces there. But I've been hit pretty hard with this. That tree was a whole lot more than 125 years old, and it was rotten. It was a safety hazard. A dead tree will not regrow. So really, what the crap are you on, dude? I don't know what I mentioned clearly that the tree is dead. And this is where Mike, the fellow I commented on, said he didn't realize it was dead. And somebody said, called me an effing idiot. And so I thought I'd show you what a 125-year-old tree looks like. And it's the one that, one of the ones that I actually videoed in New Zealand. So let's go check that out. All right, so this is the original plot of redwoods that was attempted in New Zealand. And the reason that the foresters in New Zealand did this was they were quickly using up the native species, and they understood that trees were renewable, and if they planted trees, they would grow, and they needed to find at least one species, if not others, and that's why they tried multiple species to see if they could it could potentially keep up with the way they were harvesting trees for their industry. And so what you're seeing here is probably the older trees. They're on the edge. And note the size, because this is important. As we come down, you're going to see the parking lot in between, because there's a road that goes behind this row, and you'll see my wife Barbara. And we're coming around, and so there's a car, and you're going to start to see the trunk, and there's the parking lot. And I'm going to pause it here after we see Barbara. There we go. So that tree is in the foreground in front of the cars. But even realizing that, you can see the size of that tree. And Barbara's even closer. So that tree, again, a maximum of 125 years old, is not that much smaller than the one that was cut down in that Facebook reel. So what does that tell us? That these trees grow fairly quickly, and that they are renewable. Now I'm going to take you to California. Okay, so now we're in California, and this is a state park in the Bay Area, and these would not be considered old growth redwoods, I don't believe. So the one that we're coming down in front of us is smaller than the one to the left. And you can see also other redwoods that are a lot smaller on either side. And notice the size of the road, the width of the road. And that's a one-lane car, but it's predominantly for bikes and walking. And pretty soon you're going to see a white vehicle's hood, and then the trunk of the tree. So this is all for comparison to the tree in New Zealand, and also for you to get an idea of the comparison of that tree that was originally in the video. All right, and this is back in New Zealand. And these trees, again, are 125 years old at the maximum possible age. And this is going to give you perspective again. So when somebody tells you you can't cut down a redwood because they're huge, massive trees, look what these trees have done in 125 years. And this is looped. And this just keeps going on. And this was just an experimental plot. These trees did not grow fast enough to be able to be marketed for what the New Zealand lumber industry wanted. Well, I thank you for watching this video, if for no other reason than to see some beautiful pictures and clips of these magnificent trees. When somebody tells you that you can't cut these trees down, please think about that and realize that they are completely renewable. Please don't try to judge your lifespan by the lifespan of this tree or these trees. So thank you again for watching. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. Consider sharing it and subscribing to the channel. This isn't the only kind of content we have. We do have some travel videos of these places that we have gone and seen this beautiful world. So thank you again for watching.